Hello and welcome back to predictions. Now today, well, continuation of today, uh, I'm going to be doing NA. So this for me starts in about 2 days' time, and I think this region may be one of the hardest to predict, uh, because I think the competition is actually quite close. We have a lot of good teams, as I can see here, with some interesting things. We saw a lot of these teams play at the recent Reload event. Now, I personally won't be putting too much into the Reload event because it was a unique system. Now, I actually enjoyed Reload. I think it was an interesting system, but it might need a little reworking. But I liked it. Um, I mean, the whole CG sports scene's a bit questionable, but if you want a separate video on what I think is wrong with the scene and how it can be fixed, I can make that. Now, back to NA. So I think there are a lot of good teams here. Now, a few things to point out. Students of the game, this is Luminosity. So don't worry, that's not a surprise. Envy, this is JJ and Co. Those that made it through the NA Challenger Series. And Team Cruelty, well, everyone knows who they are. So, keeping all that in mind. Also, M80 has Fabian as the coach. We saw him debut in Reload. Interesting to see. Love to see it. Who do I think is good? Now, I'm gonna go out and say Space Station Gaming is always overrated. A lot of people put a lot into them. Like, of course, they're a good team, but I always see people like putting them in predictions to go far. And honestly, I don't quite understand why. I mean, they're a good team, but in my opinion, a lot more could be done. But I still think they'll do well. That being after that criticism. However, I've got to be honest. Seeing Team Cruelty play, I'm not convinced. And unfortunately, that's going to be my first pick. They're going in 10th. Now, this is best of ones, I think. I mean, I don't know whether to be announced. I'm like almost sure it's best of one. I don't know if there's anything that proves it, but I'm quite sure it's best of one. I'm not sure though. If it's not, then this might change my predictions. But uh, best of ones are random. So can Cruelty pick up a win? Probably. Will they pick up many? I don't think so. Could they surprise us and come up a bit higher? Yeah, definitely, but I don't think it will happen. Now in the ninth place, I'm actually gonna go for Envious. So this is JJ and Co. Now, don't get me wrong, they showed a lot of promise in the qualifiers, right? So they're really good. They beat a decent amount of good opponents, but honestly, all these teams in the NA are so close, so tight that anything could happen. But I think the experience from all these different teams is gonna shine through. Now, being August is a bit of a disadvantage. It can weigh heavily. But do I think that will impact them that much? What's Oxygen team looking like? Oh, Oxygen seems good, huh? Yeah, but they didn't play so well, I don't think. I think Oxygen will do well. Shopify Rebellion, Spoiled, Canadian. Yeah, these are good teammates. Cloud9, I wasn't super impressed by Cloud9 at Reload, but not that Reload matters too much. Deck Zero played well, they always do. Wildcard played really well. I think these guys need to watch out. We've got the Brazilian European imports. Hmm. Okay. This is definitely tough, but hmm. Damn, this is really difficult to predict. I I think Luminosity Gaming not having the org is important, and so as such, students of the game in eighth. I think they could definitely do better, but with the fact that they're orgless, I'm not sure. Cloud9, they've disappointed me. Honestly, I think they could do a lot better. Now, seventh is kind of low, and I think they could do better, but right now, that's where I see them. And in six, I'm gonna put a team. Who's in space? Benja. Yeah, Benja's good. The whole team's good, but for some reason SSG never clicks. I mean, let me close this. I'm not a hater, but this could go really wrong. But I have a feeling they finish six, and six is okay for them. Why? Because it still means they get to play the playoffs, right? Yeah. So uh, this might be different from best of threes, and I'll do a separate prediction for that once we get there. But for the group stage, I just don't believe in the in space station. Now top five. Matey's good. We've got Fabian as the coach, but at Reload they kind of trolled. Reload's not everything. Wildcard, they were good, but would they be consistent? I think Wildcard drop a few maps. I think if it's best of ones, they get caught off guard. They finish fifth. Now, I think between like seventh, honestly, first to seventh is a bit chaotic in my opinion. Canadian, sorry, with Spoit. Ah, fuck. So Spoit is obviously a good player, but recently I've seen him on wrong roles when he was playing. Who was it for? M80. They need to get Spoit on the right role and activate him. They also have Ambi. Yeah, these guys can go far. And Canadian, I mean, such an OG player, brings so much. He knows the game and is still actually, fragging on decently high level. I think Fabian gets upset and gets cooked. Well, Dark Zero. I'm gonna go Oxygen fourth, M80 third. I mean, I can't put the team with two imports as number one. Like, I mean, it has to be somewhat an A team to win. Ironically, like, look at all these NA teams. All of them have imports almost, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, NA is the third strongest region. Obviously, Brazil just dominates Siege right now, like by far the best. Then EU and then NA. Although at Reload, it looked like EU is the worst region. Um, I'm gonna do it. Dark Zero second and Shopify Rebellion first. Now, am I happy with this list? Yes. But honestly, if you tell me Cloud9 somehow win it, wouldn't be so surprised. I think top seven, any of them could win it. Like the competition in NA is really tight. It's maybe not some of the best, like obviously Brazil, but it's definitely very high level siege. And I think for these qualifying teams, first season pro leagues, just not gonna well. Having no org is always difficult. Yeah. I think this is a solid prediction, and the problem is here. I think I got the top six teams right, and what they might not be in that order, but then I'll be able to pick best of threes. I'll see how the season goes. I'll watch the games, and I think I'll get a much better prediction when I get the playoffs. But right now, I'm gonna have to stick with this, and I think this is good, and I will lock this in and see you for the next predictions, which is APAC South and North. I can't remember.